Hello and welcome to another We Draw Together. I am Rhett, your host, and over here on the end we have...
Rhett Hulcy, and I am 5.
And over here?
Hi, I'm Savannah Hulcy, and I am 8.
And we have a special guest with us, a friend of ours named...
Everly Lester, I'm 8.
Yes, and we're going to be drawing... She requested that we draw Grumpy Cat, and she has a Grumpy Cat that she drew before she came on the show. Look at that!
Wow.
Isn't that awesome? Pretty good.
Wow.
So, we're going to be drawing a Grumpy Cat. Hopefully we can do it as good as you. Here, you want to put that up here? There you go, so it doesn't get damaged. Okay, let's get started. We're going to do our Grumpy Cat by having our page straight up and down vertical, like this. Okay, first thing we're going to do is kind of towards the top of the page. If this is the center, then we're going to have a line that comes on the left of the center and the right. It's just going to go just like this, a straight line like that comes across there like that. One straight line. Good. And then you're going to draw 3 little triangles, and they're going to be, you can draw them kind of at an angle. They're little because they go like this, 1, 2, and then 3. They kind of are coming down at an angle a little bit, and you're going to do them on both sides. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Those 3 little triangles. Nice. Next thing we're going to do is draw a line straight down from the triangle, and if you can imagine, this is a box. That's how far down you're going to come. So if I'm going to make a mark down here to make this be a square or a box, I'm going to put a mark right about there, and it's going to come down and hit that mark, and let's do that on both sides. Yeah, Everly already went ahead and did her other side there. And then we can go ahead and take that line now and curve it around just a little. Just put a little curve on it and bring that sucker around towards the bottom here. So we've got it going around to the bottom. Good. Okay, now right dead center in the middle of this thing, we're going to do right in the middle a short straight line. Short straight horizontal line right in the middle. That's going to be his nose. Is it a he or a she?
It's a she.
It's a she? Okay.
Like, it's actually a she. We read a book and it says the she a lot.
And so she is Grumpy. Yes.
She's Grumpy.
Now we're going to draw a curve that comes down like this to a point. This is kind of hard because you have a curve that comes around, but then it goes down to a point. So you're curving it around like this first.
I drew mine a little fatter.
Okay. And then the other one's going to do the same thing. You're starting at the other side, you're curving around like this, but then it comes to where it has a point at the bottom.
Like that?
Yeah, you can even put a little line at the very bottom of it, though, that's coming down.
I kind of did a skull here and stuff.
That is great. Those are all really good noses, so you've done very good.
Mine kind of looks like he's sniffing up his snot.
Sniffing up his snot?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a children's show. Okay, so now we're going to start out here, down below, kind of outside of his nose, and we're going to draw a line that it touches his nose and goes up and curves up, but it doesn't go to the top of his head. It just gets pretty close, though.
Okay.
And we're doing the same thing on the other side. It starts out wider than his nose down below, and then goes up and curves in and touches the outside of the nose.
Oh.
It doesn't have to touch, that's fine, but you want yours to get pretty close.
Oh, man.
And it's just fine. That's fine. Now let's put a hump at the top of each one of these lines that just starts right there, and it curves around like that. He's got these big humps at the top of both of those lines, and it curves to the outside on both sides.
I feel like we're making an old cat.
Yeah, because these lines, well, these are actually his, his spots on his face. Her face, sorry. So now just take both those lines and take them out to the edge on both sides. Okay? And then this part, you're starting right here, and this is going to make a point. So you're just coming back up. You're starting here and going boop, and just doing a point mark.
Achoo! I'm allergic to cats.
Are you allergic to paper cats?
Achoo! Maybe. I love cats. I could snuggle him in the paper right now.
Oh. Right now, you'd just be snuggling his head. Good, and then take it from where you ended your point, and now go to the edge as well for both of those. So 1 and 2. Now, this next part, we're going to start above his nose, right on this line here, and we're drawing a straight line that comes out like this. And it doesn't come all the way to his head, so stop the line somewhere in there. Good, Savannah. Let me put my lines in. Now, let's take we're going to go like this. We're going to connect those two lines with a half circle underneath on both of them. Half circle on one side, half circle on the other.
This is going to make my cousin it kind of looks like he has like feet.
Good, and then now let's do another half circle that's on the inside of that half circle. And it's a small one, and it can touch on the inside part, but it kind of stays more towards the center. It doesn't go all the way out to the edge on this side. It can, it's fine.
I like going that way because it looks like he's rolling his eyes if I do this.
That does, that's right. That does look like that. That's good.
Look at mine. Mine looks weird.
And now if you want to fill that in, see if you can fill it in, but then leave a spot. See how I left just a little tiny spot in there that's a white spot?
Like that?
Perfect.
Like that?
Good, Bo. Looks great.
There we go. There's the frown.
Now, Grumpy Cat has these little tiny, I'm just doing one on the outside of this side and one on the outside of this side. You can put that in if you want or not, but it's on the outside of the eye. It's a tiny little line. And then the next part that we're doing is the line that's underneath. And this is a tiny line that follows the bottom line of the eyeball.
I said I'm going to do underbags, and then the next thing you did was underbags.
Yes. Same thing on this side.
Mine looks like he's tired.
Yeah, maybe that's why he's grumpy. He's just not getting enough sleep. Okay, so what you're going to do for the ears is start on the outside of your three little mountains on top and make one big triangle like this. One, and come on back. See how it hits on the outside of those three.
Mine's going to look like that. I did it! I'm done.
All right.
I'd like, and the other one on the other side.
And one on the other side.
That's different. Here we go. Side. Mine's gonna look like a fox. That's fine.
Okay, the next thing you want to do is take a line that starts on this side out here of his ear, her ear. Why do I keep saying his? And go up like this, and it comes like this to the outside.
Like that.
So you can make it come back in like that. You actually want to go past the ear a little bit like this so that you can come back like this and even on this side of the ear a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and put his grumpy mouth in. It's going to start below this and it's going to touch the bottom of his nose.
Mine looks really tired and grumpy. Mine like... Look.
Oh man.
Look.
He does. Good job.
He had a bad sleep.
Okay, now we're going to start right about, not on the same line as this line. We're going to start a little bit to the inside. So I'm putting my mark right about here. We're going to start at the bottom of his face, but not in the same line as this line, but a little bit inside. And now we're going to draw a line that comes down a little bit further. See how long this line is? Well, this next line is going to be longer than that. So make sure you bring your line down a little bit further, not to the bottom of our page, but maybe something like that. And then let's do kind of like what we did at the top, where we curve that line inside just a little bit. Just put a little curve on the bottom of that line.
Mine's a big curve.
You don't want to curve it too much, because now we got to put our feet in.
Mine did like really big curve.
All right. Okay, now let's start about right here in the middle, or towards the bottom of his tummy, and put one line in that comes
Mine just like
to the bottom of where these two lines are curving in there.
Mine looks like a hook for a fish.
Okay, good.
Like that?
Yes, and now we're going to do a little swoop, a U that goes like this, and it comes up here like that.
Same thing on the other side. Looks like that.
Good, and then right here it comes up a little bit.
I feel like this is his foot or his arm or something.
Yeah, this is his foot. And then same thing on the other side. It's almost like a heart that's upside down. These 2 feet that come out like that.
Oh wait, these were supposed to be connecting?
They don't have to be. They can be 2 separate feet. That's fine.
There we go. I'm making mine. Hello. I'm making mine separate.
Yeah, that's good. If you do it separate, then you can put a little line in there. That's the back of him. Now let's put 2 lines in here. 1 and 2 that go out like that. And then 1 and 2 on the other side.
There we go.
And now let's do his next foot. It's going to start right here at the top of his foot, over here, like that. And this line doesn't come all the way to his body. And then put your...
Wait.
That part that comes up and...
Mine's going to be a little... My foot is going to be a little small.
And then put your 2 more, a 1 and a 2.
Whoa, mine looks really good.
Y'all's look awesome. Looks really good.
We did do
Okay, now let's do a little half circle right here. This is for his spot. 1 half circle there. And we'll do 1 more half circle over here. I'm doing mine kind of different sizes. This is a bigger one, this is a smaller one, but however you want to do it.
I'm making mine small, and it's the brother, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna climb to you.
Okay, so the last thing we'll do is let's do a line that comes out here and makes the letter C. Kind of comes like that. It starts up at the top of his back foot there.
I know how to draw a grumpy cat, but I never understand how to draw the tail.
Oh, the tail. Okay, well, let's do it. The next one, we're going to do another C. It'll start up here, a little higher. And as we come down and we follow our first line, we're making the second line get a little bigger. But just until it gets right here, and then we're going to put a U on the end of it, like that.
Like that?
Yeah, and then you can come back in here and put these little marks like this. And these are like his fur marks.
Oh, here. That looks so weird.
And there you have it.
Wait, that's our grumpy cat.
Yeah, that's our grumpy cat.
Whiskers?
Oh, good idea. Yes, whiskers.
Whiskers!
So whiskers, you're just going to put 3 on each side, and they have the wiggles to them.
Yay, wiggles. He didn't sleep last night.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I'm kind of picking up on maybe Grumpy Cat needs some alone time to get some sleep.
Yeah, like me and Aubrey did. And after this,
Can I teach him how to draw something I usually do with my grumpy cat?
What?
I draw an air bubble and then put a no on inside of it.
Oh, that's a good idea. Let me show you. That's a great idea, Everly. Let me show you one thing on a talk bubble like that. Is if when you come around like this and you do your talk bubble, stop right here and leave yourself something like that so that you can go like this. You can draw a curve up to this one, And then start at the same spot and draw a curve up to the other one.
Oh.
But I'm really glad you said that. That's a great idea.
And then spell whatever you want in. I usually say no for Grumpy Cat because he's grumpy.
That's an awesome idea.
I think I could say. I'm gonna be like. You can spell girl. So I'm gonna just make a. No way. I said mine says no way.
No way. Well, we finished ours. I think they all look pretty good. So we're gonna now color them up, and we'll see you guys at the end on the other side of color. Well, we finished coloring ours, and all of them turned out just a little bit different. I think they all turned out really great. Bo, tell us about yours.
So mine was doing a Halloween theme, and he was wearing a pumpkin suit, and some of his fur puffed out of the pumpkin suit, and he went out and scared somebody.
Oh, okay. A lot of story behind that picture. Everly, how about yours?
This is my Grumpy Cat. He is Valentine's Day themed. He's holding a heart balloon and some chocolates. He's going to give all the chocolate to people, but he's mad about it since he wants it all to himself.
He must love chocolate. Mine, whenever I think of Grumpy Cat, I think of that song by Elton John, Rocket Man. And I think it's like, Grumpy Cat moving here and there, and he's really mad. Da, 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 da. How about yours, Savannah?
Mine looks like me whenever I woke up staying up all night for my sleeping.
Yeah, grumpy?
Yeah, I was there as well.
I was grumpy too.
Well, thanks for joining us. We hope that you'll subscribe to our channel, share with your friends, like this video, and maybe take a picture of your Grumpy Cat, even if you have a real cat at home that's grumpy, or take a picture of your drawing and send it to us. We'd love to be able to see those.
Yeah.
And hope you'll join us next time for another We Draw Together!